You live by the speakerphone, you are shamed by the speakerphone. I worked in this office with cubicles everywhere. 4 rows of 4 cubes, so like 16 of us all crammed together. And there was this one guy, Derek, who refused to use his phone like a normal human being. Every single call he made or got was on speakerphone. Not just on speaker, but he would literally yell into it like he was trying to communicate with someone on Mars. His voice would bounce off every wall in that office. We could all hear everything: his lunch orders, his conversations with his wife, his arguments with customer service, everything. Multiple people had asked him nicely to just pick up the actual phone, use the handset like everyone else, but Derek would just wave us off and keep doing his thing. He acted like we were being unreasonable for not wanting to hear his entire life broadcast throughout the office. This went on for months of listening to this guy's speakerphone conversations while we're trying to work. Then one Monday morning, Derek makes a call that changed everything. He calls his doctor's office on speaker at full volume like always, and he starts explaining that he's having urinary problems, going into detail about it. The whole office can hear him describing his bathroom issues to the receptionist. He makes an appointment for the next morning at 9 a.m., then immediately calls our boss, still on speaker, to say he's going to be late tomorrow because of a doctor's appointment. Everyone in the office is just sitting there trying not to laugh. Like, dude, we all just heard why you're going to be late. That night, I went home and told my wife about it. We came up with this plan. It was kind of evil, but also kind of perfect. I wrote out a script for her, and the next morning while Derek was at his appointment, she called his work extension. She blocked her caller ID first, so it showed up as unknown. She left him a voicemail pretending to be someone from the doctor's office. I made sure to write it so it sounded professional enough to be believable. Then we just waited. Derek got back to the office around 10:30. He sat down at his desk and immediately started checking his voicemail on speakerphone. Of course, the first message was something work-related, boring stuff. Then the second message started playing. My wife's voice came through crystal clear on that speaker. "Mr. Derek, this is Jennifer from Dr. Peterson's office. We need you to come back in today if possible. You were supposed to give us a urine sample, not a semen sample." I watched Derek's face go completely white. He lunged for his phone to hit the end button, but it was too late. The entire office heard it. There was this moment of dead silence. Then someone in the back corner started giggling. Then someone else. Then the whole cube farm just exploded with laughter. People were crying. One guy was laughing so hard he had to leave and go to the bathroom. Derek's face went from white to bright red. He stood up and looked around at all of us. He knew immediately that it had to be someone in the office. But my wife's voice was completely unrecognizable to him. He had no idea who did it. He started asking around trying to figure out who set him up, but nobody said anything. Everyone just kept working with these huge grins on their faces. For the rest of that day, every time someone walked past his cube, they'd start laughing again. Derek never said a word about it. But here's the best part. From that day forward, he never used the speakerphone again. Not once. Every single call he made, he picked up that handset and held it to his ear like a normal person. Problem solved.